Welcome to Kung Fu Havoc number 2. This is my final video for tonight, and if it is successful, there may be another part. This video is called Bullying is a Thing. Okay? Please forgive me for being ignorant and rude and not offering you any, but there's only 3 left, and I can't phase it through the computer to share with all of you. It also will be hard to send this tiny thing into 102 people. So, in the other video, I talked about how I learned Kung Fu Havoc number 1. The clapping back or bullying wasn't the best idea. So, in Kung Fu Havoc number 1, I know, it's rude, I'm sorry. In Kung Fu Havoc number 1, some kid said something to me that was very unbecoming. In my ignorance, without having my scope, I returned fire. Oh yeah, don't try this at home. Today's episode is brought to you by Canada Dry. I need sponsors, Canada Dry, and I love ginger ale. It suits my stomach. It's also the only time you'll see me with the sodas when I have an upset stomach, and nothing takes the place of ginger ale. So good. And not just because I need a sponsor. I literally prefer Canada Dry ginger ale over that other brand. Not that I don't drink the other brand when it's all I can find in the store. Excuse me. So the kid in Kung Fu Havoc number 1 said something really smart and evil, and my ignorant ass decided, hey, I'm not going to let this little fucker get away with this. I'm going to, what you call today, clap back. And so, the kid said something to me, and my dumb ass, the clap back seemed more like a threat than an actual clap back, and I was like, I think it went on something in the lines of, if you don't like my videos, you don't have to watch it. But he also had called me gay, which I'm not. So, me ignorantly defending myself and my sexuality, I said, look, if you don't like my videos, don't watch it. But don't you dare call me gay or my video. And so, a couple of days went by and the kid wrote back. And the kid said, I'm very sorry that I called you gay. And it wasn't me. It was my father. I left my account on. Now, not knowing if this was the truth or not, I had to take a step back. Because what if this is like some 10-year-old kid that would be a future fan, that would be helping me write my paycheck? So I quickly apologized for saying, if you don't like my videos, don't watch them, and don't call me gay. Now a lot of you are probably thinking, but he assaulted you first. Yes, but we kind of find out that it wasn't really him. I don't know if he's changed over to Kung Fu Havoc number 2, and if he is, thank you, young man, and I'm sorry. But at the time, I was angry as fuck. And a lot of us, excuse me, a lot of us who've never been bullied, then y'all don't understand how it feels to be bullied. And I have been bullied from grade school to college. No, and I literally mean that, from kindergarten to college. I have been bullied over something. If it wasn't something big, it was something small. So something big, my race. Something small, my height. And I've carried that anger and animosity with me my entire life. Now the thing was, this kid was probably a white kid according to his profile, and I had all I was going to take racist wise and other things, which is what angered me so bad. It's like this little white kid is calling me gay. He doesn't even fucking know me, and he's like 10,000 miles away. And also, I'm pretty sure that I told him that if I found out where he lived, I would come to his house and break his skateboard over his head. I'm not sure if that's what I said, but I don't go back and read Kung Fu Havoc 1 because I don't have access to those anymore, because when Google bought YouTube, I didn't have a Google account or a Gmail, and all that shit's gone. So yeah. Anyway, moving on. I learned that sometimes the best way to win a fight is to not fight. No. And I'm not talking about a physical fight, because there's no real best way to win a physical fight other than to defend yourself and fight back the best way you can. And pray that you get really, really lucky, or pray that the guy knocks himself out and slips and stuff. So, no, that's never happened. Every fight I've been in, I've had to literally fight. There's no talking your way out of it. When you're a small person, people just tend to think that they can whoop your ass. And I am a small guy. I'm only 5'3.5", and I'm 120 pounds. So yeah, I'm a small guy, which makes me the biggest target when I walk into any room, anywhere on the planet. And I know this. It's not just paranoia. So, that being said, I made it an apparent thing that I can deal with bullying as long as it doesn't get physical. Every bully I've ever had, from grade school to college, has never really gotten physical. They've gotten verbal, they've threatened me a lot, but they've never really gotten physical, and none of them ever showed up to the parks to fight after telling me, be here Saturday at this time, at this place. Okay? And me, I'll show up with people that I knew who hated these people, and they had gangs, and we'd all show up, and the only people that would show up would be us. The bullies would never show up. The only reason why I got my friends like Hucky and David and them was because the bully had more friends. And I figured he wouldn't show up by himself. And as good as I was with martial arts, I'm not Bruce Lee. So I was like, I got a better chance if I tell my friends what's about to go down. So I would tell my friends what's about to go down, and come that Saturday, we all pile up into Venable, in the back at the football field of Venable, and the bullies would never show up. And we'd be there for like an hour, and the bullies would never show up. And then when we come to school, it would never be brought back up. It was like, okay, water under Duck's Bridge, no problem. I meant water off a duck's back. See, sometimes hanging around Asians, I get my stuff fucking mixed up. Anyway, so I've learned that, you have to know when to take a knee. You have to know when to pick your battles, and you have to pick your battles carefully. Physically, I don't have to pick those battles carefully, because win, lose, or draw, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen, and I'm going to need to be ready. So, being a martial artist and an ex-child street fighter, I'm pretty sure I can handle the physicality part. Now, verbally, I just absorb it and I hold it in. So that way, when I do catch you, you may go through some glass doors while they're still closed. And why did I say that? That's a reference to one of my bullies who picked on me with 7 or 8 other guys in Miss Jones' class. And it just happened to be his unlucky day to come into B&R Market. And here it was from my cousin R-Dog. Double R made sure that I left out of the damn store without going to jail. But the best part about that, is that the store manager, the guy running B&R, said, you know what? I was bullied as a kid too. Fuck him up. When I got the okay from a grown man, that was all I needed right there. Now, the good news is I didn't have to fight the guy. My cousin talked me down, and the bully left. And the store manager's like, damn, man, you were really going to fuck him up? It's like, dude, this guy deserves every bit of broken glass that you have in his store. Every bit. It's like, because he's been bullying me since we lived in the projects, and he needs to go down. But there's this thing called the law, so I can't really kill him. But I can make him wish that he was dead. And that's also been a thing in life. Now, let's get up to speed on bullying. Bullying is not cool. Right? It's a thing, it's not cool, and bullying has upped its game. At one time, you'd have, I'ma fuck you up, I'ma fuck you up, I'ma fuck you up. That was before cell phones. People somehow would find your house phone number. Is James there? Yeah. Could you go get him, please? James, telephone. Okay. I'ma fuck you up. I'ma fuck you up. I'ma fuck you up. We had the rotary shit. We didn't have caller ID, so we didn't have any idea who the hell that was. But yeah, you would get threats like that. No one has ever called me up and threatened me. They mostly threatened me at school. I'ma fuck you up. I'ma fuck you up. So I'm going around scared as shit that they're gonna fuck me up. However, I kind of forgot that I knew Kung Fu. But at the same time, I knew that if I get to fighting in school, my mom was going to whoop my ass. So I'm either going to get fucked up for not fighting, or I'm going to get fucked up for fighting. So you see the conundrum there. But the bullies, I mean, they bullied me from kindergarten to college. And about the time I got to high school was when I finally had reached fuck it. The very first time I reached fuck it was in Miss Jones' class. And I took my nunchucks to school. And I tell you guys this story, so go find that video. But the point being made is, I was done. In college, I got bullied by a cop. So it was like, can't really do nothing. No one's gonna believe me over the cop. So it's like, alright, just let that shit go. But here's that thing on that. See, karma is a motherfucker. So when that cop's karma comes back around, I just want to watch. I don't want to have no part in it. I just want to watch. He's a young man. He's like barely 30-something years old. We both are military veterans. But when his veterans friends cussed, he didn't say anything. But when I cussed, he was threatening to arrest me and all kinds of stuff. So, Officer W, when your karma comes back around, remember that you picked on the half-breed veteran in a certain teacher's class. And you told me that if I cussed, you were going to arrest me. But it was okay for your other military friends and cop friends to cuss. But I couldn't cuss at PBCC. Karma's a motherfucker. I just want to watch. That's it. I don't want no part in it. No, but I do want to watch. And hell yeah, I'm going to get some karma back for laughing when he goes down. And he will, because he will come across the wrong person one day. And everything that he's done to everyone else will come back on him. And me believing in karma knows that when I laugh at him, that shit's going to come back on me at some point, at some time. Because that's how karma works. Karma does not discriminate. But I'm also not the bully. Alright? Now, the thing with bullies, though, and I want you guys to understand, it is very easy for someone to bully you through a computer where they're 10,000 miles away or right next door. And you know why they do this shit? Because a bully does what they want because they have no discipline. They've never had structure. They've never had anybody tell them that that's wrong. Or their parents are scared of them. My mama ain't never been scared of me. And neither has her belt. She had a yardstick once. But once I learned karate, yeah, I broke every fucking piece of wood in the house so she couldn't whip my ass with it. So, bullies tend to not think about what they do. Cyberbullying's killed Hana Kimura. Which means hundreds of you out here that are watching this video, if it's got across your desk, one of you knows one of those people that cyberbullied the shit out of Hana Kimura. And they should be ashamed of themselves. Hana Kimura was a wrestler, for those who don't know, who died a few months back. And it's still hard to believe that she's gone. But she got cyberbullied. She was on a show called Terrace House. And it's about the time the quarantine hit where they started having all these problems. And then she was gone. She was a star from Stardom Wrestling. You guys go Google her, watch her shit. It's good shit. And Stardom's still going on. Terrace House, I think, might have been canceled. But if it's not, I'll gladly go to Terrace House. I don't speak Japanese, but I'll gladly go to Terrace House. And I have a passport, so it doesn't expire for another couple of years. I'm ready to go. But yeah, the whole thing, when it comes down to cyberbullying and bullying and other forms of bullying, bullies don't think of the consequences. And as of today's date, there have never really been any significant laws made against cyberbullying. There's no laws of tracking cyberbullying. I mean, I get it if you're trying to find child porn. I get that because that shit needs to be gone. But you also need to come on to cyberbullying. I mean, you really have to get out there. Cyberbullying is a thing, and I'm going to have to make a second part. So that'll happen tomorrow. Thanks for watching.